Hi everyone, my name is Emerson and welcome to another video. I'm very excited today because I've been not only very productive, but I applied for college, so I'm really in a good mood. And now I have for you a really exciting book haul. I've mentioned it before that the fill a bag kind of book sales are ones that feed my soul. And as you can kind of see right now, I've got a destroyed bag next to me. The local library was having a library sale. They have it every spring and fall, I think. And this year they had fill a bag for $10. Now usually it's fill a bag for $5. I'm cheap, but fill a bag for $10 is still really great considering the amount of books that I got. So I have this haul for you and I can't wait to share it with you. Let's begin. The first book that I picked up was Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. This is a book that has been on my Amazon wish list for probably about 2 years now. I mean, this did come out in like 2013 or something like that, so it's not particularly new. This copy is signed, so that's pretty sweet, and it's gotten a lot of love because the spine is completely broken. When I saw it and I saw the title and the name, I was just like, it's been on my list forever. So I actually started reading it last night. I'm on page 34. It's pretty interesting so far. It's basically about a woman who's condemned to death for murdering her lover in northern Iceland in 1829, and this family has to take her in. So I'm not too far in, but I'm very excited. It's very, very compelling so far. Like, the writing is very beautiful. I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, let's continue. The next book I picked up was Traitor by Charles DeLint. No idea what this is about, only know that I read like 2 Charles DeLint books and loved them, and now anytime I see this author's name, I pick it up. Okay, it says Leonard Traitor is a luthier? I've never heard of that word before. A maker of guitars, I guess that's what that means. Johnny Delvin is chronically unemployed. Leonard is solitary, quiet, responsible. Johnny is a lady killer, a drunk, a charming loser. When they unexpectedly wake up in each other's bodies, Johnny gleefully moves into Leonard's comfortable and stable existence, leaving Leonard to pick up the pieces of a life he had no part in breaking. Wow. That sounds super cool. Not a huge fan of this cover, but it is pretty creepy. Next, I picked up Ketchup Clouds by Annabelle Pitcher. I thought the title sounded super familiar, probably from BookTube at some point. And I read that this girl has a pen pal who's a death row inmate. That's all I read, and then I just decided to pick it up. Very cute cover. Yeah. All of these books are books like I feel like I would read. There were a couple books that I've seen before or that I've wanted before and thought I probably won't read it, and so I didn't pick it up. There are a couple books that I just kind of risked it all with, but considering the sale, it's worth it because I can just redonate them and not really have lost any money. My mom found this quick to stitch cross-stitch cards book, so that's hers. As well as I Like You by Amy Sedaris, which she doesn't know who she is, and I don't really know who she is. I think she's David Sedaris' wife. Oh, her brother! It's her brother! That's pretty cool, but it's like so cool! It's like a very zine style, so she picked that one up as well. And then for me, she found this book, Icons, Fashion from the 18th to the 20th Century. So this is from the Kyoto Costume Institute, and I feel like this book, a similar book, was in my Amazon cart. So I'm really excited about this because I've been really into fashion. As you know, I applied to college to take fashion design, so I'm kind of like, I didn't look at all this stuff. I got it yesterday and I didn't look at it because I wanted to like have a new surprise when I film this. So the next book we have is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, which has also been on my wish list forever. Now I don't know if this is something I'd want to read at this point, but considering that I've wanted it, I think I might give it a try. Maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't like it. We'll just have to wait and see. Next we have I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zuzak. I don't really know what this is. I only know that I liked the Book Thief like so much, and I figure why not try this one out. It's also a well-known book. It won a prize. That's pretty good. Next we have, ooh, this one The cover looked so cool that I was like, let's try it out. It's called Lonely Werewolf Girl by Martin Millar, and it's about a teenage werewolf in the streets of London, and I didn't read much more than that. It's a tale of werewolves in a modern world. I love that. I love urban fantasy. It's a pretty thick one. Ooh, it has a postcard in it. Oh, cool. From freaking Hawaii. That's sick. And a bookmark from Pennsylvania. This book is full of treasures. What the fuck? A Christmas card. I have a Merry Christmas, my amazing addressee. I love finding things in books. Once I found a dollar bill and a copy of Lord of the Rings. Oh yes, we have Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I read Sharp Objects by her. I did not read Gone Girl. I started watching the movie, but I've been really into the idea of like domestic thrillers, and so I'm excited to read this one. Like, I know sort of what happens, but not entirely. I definitely want to give this a shot because I do like the other book that I've read from this author. Also now, I have to redesign all my bookshelves because there's definitely not enough room. I've got so many new books. This cover, gorgeous. It's called Forgotten Country by Catherine Chung, and all I read from it was that it has to do with Japan and Korean folklore and history. That sounds really, really cool. I don't like to read what books are about if I don't already know, because I want to kind of be going into it blindly. I really love doing that. Next is, oh, I saw this author and I was like, gotta get it. Kurt Vonnegut, A Man Without a Country. I don't know if it's any good, nor do I know what it's about, but I did read Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut, and I feel like that book had a lot of potential. I gave it only 3 out of 5 stars, mostly because the main character felt so distant to me, like I could not get into the shoes of the character. But other than that, like, the writing was super interesting, the story was super interesting, and also I want to get into classics. I'm really excited about getting into classics and reading a bunch. I started reading Wuthering Heights on my phone. I wasn't sure about this one, but I thought, I kind of want to read it. Orange is the New Black by Piper Kerman. I've watched the show except for like the latest season, and I want to see what the book is like compared to the show, because in the show, the main character Piper is just, oh my gosh, I just hate her so much. So I want to see, like, is the character actually like that in the book? How is it different and how is it similar to this true life story, which I think is a really interesting story. So hopefully at some point I'll actually read that. Another classic, we have Upton Sinclair's The Jungle. This copy is bizarre. It looks really weird, like really weird publishing thing, but I don't remember what this is about. But I never read it in school and I've always heard about it, so The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. Ooh, this is Dream a Little Dream by Kirsten Gier. The Silver Trilogy. Is this the first? It is. Thank God it's the first one. Yes, so I can actually read it. I don't know what it's about. I only know that the cover and title and stuff looked familiar. So, yeah. I love finding recognizable young adult books. Okay, this next one is Sapphic Songs by Elsa Gidlow, and it was found in the poetry section, and I kind of was just like, Sapphic Songs, yay! Yeah, that's awesome. I could find a new poetry author that I like, hopefully. And next we've got David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. I have this on my Kindle, I believe, as an ebook. I've heard good things about Charles Dickens, and so I want to read it. It's huge. This is huge. But I want to, as I said, get into classics and also try out Charles Dickens because I've never read anything from him. Now my bed is covered in books, but we're nearing the end. We have I Hunt Killers by Barry Lyga. Hate this title, but I remember hearing it on BookTube at some point. Barry Lyga, I feel like I read one book by him. I feel like I read The Astonishing Adventures of Goth Girl and Fanboy or something like that. I've heard about it and I was like, okay, put it in the cart. Another small one, we have T.H. White's The Goshawk. I have no idea what this is about, but but it's a Penguin Modern Classics, and I want to start collecting like the pretty editions, and it's a short little book, and I don't know at all what this is about, but we shall find out when I decide to read it. Next up, we have got The Killings at Badger's Drift by Caroline Graham. This was one that I only picked up because it looked cool. Something about a death of somebody, but this cover, this cool cover, look at this. Oh my god, there's like fucking skeletons in the shadows. This is a badass cover. Freaking vintage 1987. Love this. Hopefully it's good, because I have no clue. Second to last one, we've got The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer. Only have heard about this. I think it's a classic. Yeah, World Classics. No idea what this is about other than that it's a classic, so I picked it up for that exclusive reason. And finally, the last book, The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Another classic, so I picked it up. Oh, it's this Signette Classics, which I actually have like 3 other ones. Yes, I love when people write in books. Like, look at all that. Because I want to see like what was important to them, what stood out to them. What did other people take away from this book? Like, to be able to see that in a book is really, really cool. That is it. That is everything. So those were all the books that I picked up at my local library's book sale. I was so happy to be able to go. Thank you for bringing me, Mom. I hope you enjoyed this book haul. Let me know which of these books you enjoyed and which one I should pick up next. Also, I will be making some non-book videos at some point here in the near future, as soon as I figure out like what to make videos about. So if you have any suggestions or ideas or anything you want to see from me, leave a suggestion in the comments and I will probably do it. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!